Your payback period is the time period in which the firm is able to recover the initial investment made in the project, and shorter the payback period, better it is for the firm because you are recovering your investment as early as possible. So that makes it more beneficial for the firm. Okay, now there are two cases under the payback period. One when you have equal cash flows, and the second is when you have unequal cash flows. So with equal cash flows under the first technique, this we are talking about the payback period. Very easy to calculate the payback period. It is the initial investment made in the project, initial cash outlay in the project divided by the equal cash flow. Okay, be very careful that it is only the accounting rate of return that is using the profits. Otherwise, for all the other techniques in capital budgeting, we need to calculate the cash flows. Okay, when you have unequal cash flows, then we follow a number of steps to calculate the payback period. You first calculate the cumulative cash flows. That is, you add the successive cash flows. Then you locate the year in which you are able to recover the investment. And then we apply the formula, which was the payback period is equal to the lower year plus the required cash flow to reach the initial investment divided by the actual cash flow in that year into the difference between the higher year and the lower year, which is generally 1. Okay, so this is how you calculate the payback period. Moving to the accounting rate of return. So again, you can have equal cash flows or you can have unequal cash flows depending on the situation. Now, ARR is a closer concept to the return on investment. Yesterday, I told you that even the PI ratio, profitability index, basically is giving you a return on investment. But since that is based on cash flows, a more appropriate term there is the benefit cost ratio. Return on investment accounting concept hai, and that is why it becomes closer to the ARR technique. Okay, so what do? You take the, if you have equal profits, you take the profit after tax. So profit after tax and depreciation, because first you are deducting the depreciation and then you are moving to the tax effect. And if you have unequal cash flows, you take the average profit after tax in the numerator divided by the average investment made in the proposal into 100. So you're getting a percentage answer in percentage terms. And what is the average investment? So initial cost, any installation expenses, they are added here minus the scrap value plus the scrap value. Okay, this is the formula for ARR. Again, higher the ARR, better it is for the firm. And when you are ranking the projects, you will arrange them in descending order of ARR. So we now move to the question where we'll practice both these techniques. So here's a question on your screen. The company is considering to purchase a machine. It has two machines before it, each costing rupees 5 lakh. So you are comparing the profitability at 10% and you are given the earnings after tax. So this is your profit after tax. You need to calculate NPV, payback period and return on investment. Start solving the question, everyone. First step would be to come to the cash flows. If nothing is given, then a straight line method of depreciation is being followed. तो प्रॉफिट आफ्टर टैक्स में पहले डेप्रिसिएशन ऐड करो, आपको कैश फ्लोज मिलेंगे एंड फर्स्ट एंड सेकंड पार्ट ऑफ द क्वेश्चन विल यूज कैश फ्लोज. Third will work on these earnings after tax. Start solving. Okay, so this is how you calculate the cash flow. Similarly, calculate for machine B and then for the first and second part. there's any doubt, ask. And I hope everyone is solving the question. I'll check the answers. More of you put in your answers in the chat box. Okay, so give the final answer then. Yes, Simran, are you solving the question? Simran? Yes, how much have you solved? Just put your register on the screen. Let me see how much have you solved. So no response. Yes, Dhruv, solving the question.
यस मैम।
Yes, show. कितना कर लिया आपने solve?
मैम कैलकुलेशंस कर रहा हूँ, अभी तो आपने जितना लिखा है उसके आगे कैलकुलेशंस कर रहा हूँ और कुछ किया नहीं।
क्यों? आप इतनी देर हो गई? इतना तो मैंने ही कर दिया है. ओके, ओके. Don't take so much time. When I ask you to put your registers, please let me see if you are actually solving or not. Okay, let me check the answers also. You can check the answer for the last part. Return on investment का आंसर चेक करो आप दोनों. The other answers are there in the chat box. NPV is correct. For B, the payback period is 2.33 years. A is 1.83. Please check for return on investment. Yes, this is correct, Harsh. The payback, most of you have got the correct answer. Please solve for ARR and NPV. ARR, I think, Madhav, you have given the answer 34% ARR. And might be कि book में जो है. I'll solve for ARR. Let's reconfirm the answer. Coming to 68%. Madhav and Nipun, please check your answer. ARR or machine A, just fitting the answer here only, yes. 68 and 72% would be the correct answer. I think आपने denominator में average नहीं लिया. Please correct that. Nipun, please repeat. I didn't get you. Please repeat. Average investment is half of the investment made because there is no other information. Scrap value आपको दी नहीं हुई. which in any case would be 0 since we are assuming a straight line method. So half of 5 lakh, that would give you 2,50,000 as the average investment. Okay, and माधव आपने भी सेम मिस्टेक करी है, आप भी ठीक करो इसको. Okay, rest of the answers are correct. Yes, all of you complete. Take a minute more and complete the question. Five one. आदित्य आपका डिफरेंस आ रहा है आंसर में. Recheck आपकी टेबल वैल्यूज might be different. Please recheck your calculations because ज़्यादा डिफरेंस आ रहा है आपके आंसर में. 532,850 and 527,650 are the answers in the book.
मैम मेरा भी थोड़ा डिफरेंस ही आ रहा है.
हाँ जतिन आपका भी आ रहा है डिफरेंस, बट ये आदित्य वाला ज्यादा आ रहा है डिफरेंस. Minor difference is permissible. This is a big difference. So please recheck the calculations. Yours is fine, Jatin. वो आपकी टेबल वैल्यू में ही राउंडिंग ऑफ में ही होगा डिफरेंस. Okay, so hopefully everyone has solved the question. Okay, let's take up one small question. So this is, okay, payback period is coming to 1.5. चेक करो गरिमा. 1.5 नहीं होगा. पेबैक में इतना डिफरेंस नहीं आ सकता क्योंकि उसमें तो आपने सिर्फ क्यूमुलेट ही करे हैं, कुछ मल्टीप्लाई तो करा नहीं. आप चेक करो अपना आंसर. इट्स रिक्वायर्ड आई विल सेंड दी सॉल्यूशन. और आई थिंक आई हैव कवर्ड दिस क्वेश्चन. आपका जो क्लासरूम में क्वेश्चंस अपलोड करे हैं वहां पर भी ये क्वेश्चन है. So you can see the calculation mistake there. Check your calculation mistake. Okay, so the next question is there on your screens. You have to calculate the payback period in this question, and you are given some information about machine X, some about Y, what is the life, what is the estimated savings and the additional cost. So which means कि आपको 4 years के लिए same information दी है. So this is a case of equal cash flows. What is new in this question is that you have to calculate the cash flows on the basis of the information given here. So I'll solve for machine A and then you can solve for machine Y. I'm solving for machine X. Okay, so your total savings is 6,500 while your cost, the additional cost is 2000. So simply speaking, this is your earnings before depreciation and taxes, or your profit before depreciation and taxes. So this comes to 4500. Now you will deduct the depreciation assuming a straight line method. If there is no scrap value given in the question, so we assume that you have a straight line method, and then you are also not given any tax rate. तो अगर आप डेप्रीसिएशन इसमें पहले माइनस कर लो, फिर ऐड ही करनी है आपको वापस, क्योंकि टैक्स कुछ नहीं गिवन, बट फॉर अंडरस्टैंडिंग पर्पसेस profit before tax or profit after tax will be the same thing. I add back the depreciation. My cash flow for machine A will be 4500 per year. Okay, so now you have equal cash flows. 9000 को 4500 से आप divide कर दो, you will get your payback period. And similarly solve for machine Y also. Give the answers. So for Y 3 years, and for X you can see it is 2 years. Yes. So in case you get a question like this is how you solve. You see the savings adjusted for the cost and come back to the calculation of cash flows. Okay, so I hope this is clear to everyone. Also, after this we have TUT for group 1, and please now bring some doubts for tomorrow's class. Because from my side